driver's sitting there just tentatively stroking the throttle. And now we go. And that is a good stuff, Jakey B. But Oates gets a slightly better start. He's going to have the inside line going into turn 1. Look at that. Jakey B coming over to defend the inside line as best he can. Just putting on the squeeze. But Oates takes the lead into turn 1. Lutz has a better start this time than last week. He was sideways through turn 1 last week. But he does lose a couple of places. Now Jonas is on the inside. Now it's the outside line, which becomes the...
So talking that intensity, that is audio literally cut out as they file out. Hopefully he does join back in. We'll quickly get those gaps up for you as soon as possible. We can see in the background, that's Sira making some moves, trying to get up the field as fast as he can. Meanwhile, a bit further back, we've already got penalties for cutting corners early in this race. You don't want that to happen because this is a hell of a long race to happen. A bit further ahead, I think that's Jonas is closing in. Is he going to be using his ERS? He probably is. Closing on to Smasher. Will the overtake happen? No, they're going to stay put. Coming through the S section. 1-2 making a move. Apparently Ewan and Limitless is having a little entanglement. Limitless is down in 18th. I don't know what's happening down there. As everyone's going to maintain position. Nobody has gained or lost. Does Limitless have damage?
I was just looking at now. I know, yes, he's broken his front left. Oh. So, yeah, his left end plate. So that's not ideal at all. Chandler had the same issue as well. So he's had to come into the pit lane. So he's now right at the back of the grid and surely hoping for a safe...
This man, right here, Jonas has. Because he has been pushing and he's been on the rear end of Smasher for 5 laps, practically.
The answer's going to surprise you. He has the most of anybody in the top 5.
Wow.
So, yeah, okay. He's not in a bad position. Hoopalicious has more than Lut as well. And I think Hoopalicious might maybe be able to get past Lut here.
And Jonas as well. Jonas as well. He's right on the rear end. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. He's going to look onto the inside. Is he going to make the move? No. Hoopalicious behind him? No.
No, again, not quite. It's just... This train needs to break in half, and then we could have 2 or 3 moves right away. But at the moment, it's just everyone's got that DRS, everyone's got the slipstream, and Jakey B leads from out front.
Yeah, just caught the end of Kowalski and Dylan. Pretty nice overtakes. There you go, chat. There's your tyres. They're all 5-lap olds, apart from Find Your Yum, who pitted and is on fresh mediums as of right now. But talking of attacks, there's Jonas. He's actually side by side this time as he goes down the inside of Smasher, braking heavily. And will he make the move stick? Yes, he can.
Yep, that was all in the squeeze under the braking zone. It puts Smasher off so much because then you're focusing on, oh, hang on, am I going to hit the wall here? Rather than the actual other car that's trying to overtake you. And then Smasher, all he could do was try to get a cut back. Hope Jonas just sort of locked up. But Smasher has no ERS left. He's on 13%. Jonas, you know how I said he was on 80 a minute ago? He's now on 20, so he's been using it right. So,
now they've made it into an even more deployable system. It's amazing to see. As talking about amazing to see, we might be seeing an amazing move. It's Lutz onto Smasher. Late braking they go. They are touching wheels as Smasher will be forced wide. Smasher, who qualified first, has dropped 4 positions.
But now we go. There's a train of cars coming into the pit lane. Hoopalicious nearly ploughing into the back of Smasher as himself, Lutz, and Smasher.
Almost like a synchronized dance go in. And are they going to synchronize out? There's a jump! He does jump. There's wing damage on Smasher, which means we're going to have a quick look up ahead as apparently Kowalski's making moves on his medium set of tires up ahead.
Oh, the undercuts worked here. Hoopalicious and all of the likes are going to be coming out ahead depending on how well they can get through turns 1 and 2 here. This is going to be really close.
Is turn 1, 2, round turn 3. There's the entire pack ahead of them. It seems to be a decent jump. There's contact somewhere up ahead. I just saw the damage. Who is that? As Lutz and Jonas? Is that Lutz and Jonas? No. It might be. I'm not sure. But I can see it.
Oh, big dive down the inside. That's a big mistake for Sira. He's dived up the inside. He's made contact with Lutz and Oates. Jonas as well.
Oates is going for it as well. Oates is having a little look. He's getting tasty into this battle as Chaos has just unleashed. As who else is going for it? Behind him, Hoopalicious is going for it as well. He's looking to maybe get into the mix of this battle. Down this super long straight to be down to braking zone. Who's going to be taking the risk? Who's not? That's going to be Syrah down the inside of also Oates. And also
who's that off as well? Leopard. Leopard's gone straight on at the hairpin. And now Leopard, this is disaster. He hasn't pitted yet. The strategy was working oh so well up until this point, but he has just lost it. I don't know whether he was hit, but he has lost it. He's gone straight on at the hairpin and dropped right to the back of the grid.
Saved a little bit up ahead. Jakey B, hello, getting an overtake.
Jack's retired. Has he done it? Yeah, I think he's done it in the pit lane as well.
Contact from Syrah and Lutz. I just saw the rear end sweep out. Oaks having a look at Jonas as well. Hello, let's have a look quick because that replay I just...
There, I think that was the Haas driver going
Lutz dropping down the field. Sorry, he's got wing damage. We've been watching that, but he's got wing damage.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying there. Lutz, I think, had tried to... he'd actually hit the back of the car in front of him, which meant that he was a bit slower and then got attacked from behind as well.
Felipe and Hoopalicious going for side-by-side action down into turn 1 and turn 2. As they round it, round the outside, he's going. Felipe saying, nah, I'm not giving in just yet. I'm still going to fight this, but the inside line is going to be in favour of Hoopalicious. Unfortunately, it's not going to be too much of a favour. Down the DRS straight they go. Kenny Mountain move on to turn 5, I believe. Little swerve. That is a very slow Jack RT in AI.
Yeah,
he's wanted to be at the rear end. And who's that? That's Ewan.
Oh, Ewan.
What's
happened to Ewan?
What's happened to the Shazoo boys? What is happening?
Pulling over. Could that be a...
I don't know.
Technical?
Close. Felipe up ahead. JKB and Dylan having a little switcheroo behind him.
Three wide!
Oh, what a scene to turn into. 3 wide. Syrah gonna dive down the inside. Jonas got past London's, and then Syrah was like, I'll get you both. Brilliant work by Syrah.
Wow. I'm trying to figure out how that would have happened.
And she's got past Syrah. Syrah's got wing damage. That is why Syrah has wing damage. There's been a collision somewhere we've seen off camera. Syrah diving straight to the pits because he's like,
Getting past Finder Yum almost immediately with that extra grip that he's got on these fresh, soft tyres.
Talking of making move, it's going to be Jonas. He's going to get forced right up to the wall. I think there might have been a little bump in wheels, but nothing too much. To be honest, I think that was nice and clean, if I do say so myself. To happen, he's got ERS activated. He's going to dive one, possibly down the inside, coming to the hairpin. The DRS is open. Has he made it stick? Oh, I said about one switching in like that. That's nice to watch.
That's what you want to do. And now, Smasher right on the back already of Felipe, who I think's had a bit of a poor exit. I think he might have been caught off by the car of Leopard, you know, because he's had a really poor exit. It looked like he just lost the rear end a little bit. And now he's under some real pressure, being really careful to owavoid the wall as well. And now Hoopalicious is like, actually, you know what, I want this place back.
I'm going to put in some brilliant pace, but then other times where he's put in terrible pace.
Kowalski is on an absolute rampage right now, getting past Viper with no difficulty whatsoever into turn 1. Then Hoopalicious right ahead, and surely he's at... You know what here, realistically, Kowalski could easily end up P4.
To be honest, yes, you know, in chat you said, oh yeah, P on podium, yeah, but you're talking a podium, he's making moves. Kowalski past Hoopalicious, he's on those soft tyres, he's going for it.
Absolutely, and of course, driver of the day vote is now open as well, so you guys can get your votes in.
Kowalski is actually eyeing up. He's actually eyeing up Felipe. 2 cars in 1 lap. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's absolutely go for it. He's going to decide to go around the outside as he comes into the braking zone. He's made it work. Oh, within 2 corners.
No challenge whatsoever. He got a car into turn 1, a car into turn 4, and now going into the hairpin, a 3rd, and it is free of the best. Probably some of the nicest moves that he's going to make this race, but who's to say he is done now? Look at that Smasher right ahead of him, and he is just rolling up to the back of him, and Smasher is surely just going to go, yeah, you know what, you can have this one. There's no point even attempting to fight this, because look how much more grip the Williams driver has on those hard worn tyres by Smasher, who's locking up into the penultimate corner. And now, Kowalski surely going to get the move done down before turn 1 potentially. And he's got a 4th car in the space of 1 lap, as he's already now closed a 2nd on Oates.
Talking of pace, Viper X getting past Hooperlicious as well. He's pumping in the lap times. His tyres are older.
But I think he's going to have Viper fairly shortly here, because he's got the run, he's got the RS, and the slipstream, of course, coming into turn 1 with those soft tyres and the extra grip. He doesn't brake much later, but he can as sure as hell brake a lot faster.
0.7 of a second, 0.5 of a second, 0.4. He is gaining round the corner. 0.3, 0.2. Come on, make this 0.0. 3, 2, 1. A bit delayed.
He pulls out.
It's still delaying. There we go. He's getting past.
Yeah, I don't think there's much challenge in the end that Oates can even apply to this fight.
Closing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Viper's going to be a little bit on the edge now, because he obviously doesn't want to lose enough place, having just lost out to Raceway. And now Dylan gets past Hooperlicious. Side by side, the Ferrari and Racing Point. Now as they come into the hairpin, it's not even a challenge.
He's already looking to make a move onto Jonas through the corner, which would be beautiful to see. ERS probably active right now. I'm not sure. Let's have a look on board. Yeah, it's active. Why the hell not? Goodbye, Jonas, and that's 2nd place for Kowalski right there. And then I think an overtake could be mounting.
Oh, what a move from Ronhar. I'm going to have to clip that one. He just set up Hooperlicious fantastically. That was a brilliant move. It was through. You know where you said you'd like to see, I believe it was Kowalski overtaking Jonas. Well, Ronhar's just done it for you.
The point I wasn't watching. But talking of Hooperlicious, Hooperlicious is back on him. He said, yeah, you've done your fancy move and we missed it. But no, I'm not going to let you see it happen. Up ahead, you can see Lens was making a look. And then it's going to be Ronhar making a move. As Ronhar will make the are side by side with Viper X, but it's gonna be a bit of contact, a little argy-bargy. Viper X saying, you ain't having that.
Second on 28.7, as Jakey B, after driving a fantastic race, crosses the line in first. And Kowalski, he just needed a couple more laps. He got the gap down to 1.3, but couldn't get there in the end.
But quick rundown of what happened as you invite some of the drivers into the chat. We've got Jakey B in first, Kowalski comes second, Jonas takes third, Oxtest is fourth, Smasher in fifth, Felipe 6th, Dylan at 7th, Raceway 8th, Viper X 9th, Hooperlicious taking 10th out of all that, Lunis takes 11th, Lut in 12th, Syrah falls down into 13th, Ronhar into 14th after starting last. Find Your Yum takes 15th. Limitless with probably not the strongest performance he could do in 16th. The same with his teammate Leopard in 17th. Shazoo Ewan taking 18th. Jack RT taking 19th. And unfortunately not finishing as well is apparently the 40% driver of the day, Chandler.